Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the Swiss+tech 17-in-1 multi-tool. Got this for Christmas and let's have a look at it, shall we? So in the box you can see you get a little Swiss+tech thank you card with just a brief description of what products they do, etc. You also get a quick guide how to use it, how to work it, what it does. You don't get a sheath in this one. It's just the tool as it is. It comes with a nice sturdy, that is a really sturdy pocket clip, which you use in place of a sheath. Overall, it is exactly 10 centimeters. It's roughly at its widest point about 38mm wide, and roughly, including the bolster pins, 22mm, something like that. Width, which is just shy of an inch, yeah, I quite like the look of it. That feels very nice, that texturing. It's got the Swiss+tech logo on both sides and on the pocket clip. It's quite weighty. I think it's about 268 grams if I remember correctly. It feels a lot heavier than my Wave and my Victorinox Spirit. Let's have a look at the outside. So you got your serrated blade, which is fairly sharp. Here's an envelope. It's got a bit of a sticky bit on it, but as you can see, it cuts through that no problem. Yeah, so there's a serrations, nice and subtle ones. Then you got the straight blade, which again is fairly sharp. If I catch a bit. That's my bad there, I reckon. Let's get a bit where I can get pets on it. There we go. See, nice and sharp. Goes through with ease. Pierces nice and easy. Blade is, let's have a look. Blade is roughly 74mm, something like that, which is just shy of 3 inches. Liner lock, and all these implements are rock solid. There's no up or down wiggle, side to side play, anything. They're like a bank vault. Very impressive. Yeah, so those are the two blades. We also got a diamond impregnated file, which feels quite nice, quite smooth, but feels quite nice nevertheless. Don't know how long that will last, how long it will stay on there. You have, well, there's some sort of indentations on there. That's not going to cut a single thing. When you can go through a paper clip, it's very, very smooth. The other side has a more traditional cut file pattern, but as you can see, it doesn't go all the way to the edge. It stops like 3/4 of the way over, and what is there is, that ain't enough to do your nails. That is smooth as anything. It's pretty much completely useless, apart from the diamond file bit. Then you also have a wood saw, which seems nice and sharp. I would like the teeth to be slightly bigger for using on green wood and stuff, because it get bunged up quite easy, I imagine. But yeah, it's nice and sharp nevertheless. All of them have liner locks. Then we look inside and have a look at the pliers. So it's quite a nice comfy tool. Quite a nice comfy tool in the hand, especially if you have the clip against the meat of your hand there. Feels quite nice, easy flowing. But what I do not like about it is the head. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but watch. Can Can you see how much wiggle there is there? That is side to side play. It's very gappy. I don't know if that is because there's quite a big gap around the actual ring of the pivot there, and it is very, very wobbly. Don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, that's side to side play there. Not very good at all, not impressed with that. If it wasn't a present, I'd be sending it back. I think in this sort of circumstance, it's only really good for like as a work tool, bringing to work, if you don't mind it getting stolen or damaged or misused by someone, because you ain't going to cry if you lose it, because it costs 25 quid. I was going to buy it last year and it was like $17.99. I didn't. It'd be worth it for $17.99 definitely. $25.99 is still worth it, but you know, I wouldn't be happy about that. I'd send it back if I bought it myself, just due to the wiggle on the pliers there. Got wire cutters, got a crimper there. Tried to cut some really thin LED light wire with that earlier, and it just bent round and didn't cut it, probably because of the gappiness, the side to side play there. In it you get a 3D bit which very cleverly hides a smaller 3D bit in it, which is very smart and I think quite innovative. A nice flathead screwdriver which you can use as a pry, scraper, etc. They're the only 3 tools in there, in that side. In the other side you have a pair of scissors, which are very nice scissors actually. Pretty decent. Even snip, you know, right at the end it still cuts, right at the back still cuts very nicely. Very good scissors indeed. I'd say they're better than my Leatherman Wave. Very much in the style of the Leatherman Wave, but better than Leatherman. So that's what you get in that side. Put them down. Then you also get another flathead screwdriver. I suppose a line cutter or a box opener, either or, don't know which one it is. You get a can opener, and on the can opener is also a little wire stripper there. You could probably use it as a bottle opener, but it'd pierce the bottles. All these inner tools are all locking as well, using the paddle on the back, sort of like a Leatherman Wave as well. Talking of which, let's do a bit of a size comparison. So that's the Swiss+tech tool there. That is a Leatherman Wave, as you can see, pretty much identical in length. And then you have a Victorinox Swiss tool. So looking at that, the Swiss Plus is a lot thicker. The Victorinox is about 8 millimeters longer, a quarter of an inch, something like that. It looks like this would be wider, but when you actually place them side by side, you can see that this covers the Victorinox. So they're pretty much identical in width that way. Thickness, Swiss tool's miles thicker. It's on a par with the Wave. Pretty much, this is a tiny bit thicker. Not much in it, to be quite honest. Pretty much identical in length, as you can see. With the pocket clips on, pretty much identical. This is a lot lighter than this is. This feels okay in the hand. This feels better, apart from sharp edge of the saw blade there. And this feels really comfortable in hand. Opening plier wise, that feels much more comfortable to use than either of those three, either of those other two. Leatherman is still pretty comfortable though, but this is let down by obviously the wobbly pliers. This is pretty comfortable actually. I'd say that that's the order of comfortableness. I think, yeah, more comfortable than leatherman wave. Obviously, wave's better item than this. Lengthwise with pliers,